This year, artificial Christmas trees are more expensive and harder to come by. Shipping delays from China and other countries are blamed. And real tree lots are expected to sell out, even with higher prices here too. But the National Christmas Tree Association, a real tree trade group, says the problem isn't so much supply, it's demand.
We've had an increase in demand. We do not have an oversupply anymore like we had 10 years ago.
Before the Great Recession of the late 2000s, there were too many real Christmas trees for the market. Demand and prices dropped, so farmers planted fewer trees.
It takes 10 years to rotate a field of Christmas trees. It takes that long to plant and grow a Christmas tree to size.
When the recession ended, farmers ramped up planting. But 10 years later, those trees are just beginning to hit the market. Then in June, a record-shattering heat wave hit the Pacific Northwest.
This is Oregon and southern Washington that grow as much as 25% of the nation's Christmas trees. But that go-to-market impact was estimated by the Pacific Northwest Growers Association to be about a 10% reduction in trees available for this year's market.
And even before the pandemic, a new generation began driving up demand for real trees.
For the last 4 or 5 years, we've had an increase, we think, in millennials, that generation of kids that are very green-minded, outdoorsy, and organic-minded, craft-minded. And they're getting married and they're having kids now, and they're taking their kids out to the choosing cuts and wanting to have an experience of picking out their real tree with their kids.
Still, there is hope that seedlings planted a decade ago and a fully functioning global supply chain will make next year's Christmas tree shopping easier and maybe even a little cheaper.
Since the recession, we've been planting more and more trees, so the tight market will probably loosen up very well in the next year or two.